Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to everyone who liked, commented, and subscribed. You guys are so appreciated. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you guys join our collective. So that being said, let's get started. So for this video, we are asking Spirit, if they ghosted you, what do you need to know for your healing? Or even maybe messages will come out for why they ghosted, so you can maybe get some closure. But all in all, some people ghost for many reasons, and some people ghost for no reason at all. Bottom line is, if you know you did nothing wrong, then you did nothing wrong. So let's get started. The piles here, we have 4 piles. We have sacrifice, we have true offering, we have clearing, and we have individuality. So I'm gonna give you guys a second or a minute to just see which card you resonate with. And if you resonate with more than one, that's totally fine. You guys can skip to whichever ones you resonated with. The timestamps will be listed below. So with that being said, let's get started with pile 1. Hello pile 1, thank you guys for tuning in. So to reiterate, we're asking Spirit, why were you ghosted? What messages do you need to know? It doesn't necessarily have to tell us why you were ghosted. It just needs to tell us like what, if there was anything that you need to know about why this happened. Because I know ghosting is so sudden and it can cause you to feel kind of like unsafe and really insecure and think that it's something that you did or something's wrong with you. But rest assured, it's not that. It's usually something to do with the other person. Okay, so we have you guys chose the card Sacrifice, and this card says sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. So sacrifice. What I'm getting from this card so far is that you may have maybe projected a image onto this person that they're not, or they couldn't live up to, and they could have been avoidant. They maybe wasn't feasible for them to become this person that you saw. Maybe that you saw them as perfect for you and they just didn't see themselves that way. And so some people ghost to just not disappoint, even though ghosting is really hurtful. So it says here, God's cutting away all that needs to go. So this is teaching you to don't look for the potential in people and start fantasizing about that, because we tend to run away with our fantasies, and it creates addictions or obsessions about that person, and we project an image onto them that they're not. So let's see what other cards want to come out. Spirit, tell us what other cards want to come out for pile number 1. What are their messages? Okay, we have self-love and we have inner child. Very interesting. Bottom of the deck we have divine source. So self-love, it says here that, okay, it says, let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. And inner child says, allow me to give compassion and love to the little one, to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. This is so, oh my God, I'm getting this kind of triggered your self-abandon or abandonment wounds. And it's asking you to really just give that love to yourself, whatever love that you wanted to give to this person. Face it inward, and you'll see the transformation that will happen in your life when you put that energy that you were giving to somebody else and putting it into their potential and trying to help them reach that potential. When you put that into yourself, you will transform. Okay, it's put that energy into investing it into yourself, and also learning more about how you can soothe your inner child from their abandonment wounds, right? Like we all have some sort of like core wound, and I think ghosting really plays into that so hard. It's like an abandonment thing. Like especially if you're anxious attachment, your core wound is abandonment, right? So I think this is what it's teaching you. It's teaching you that it's teaching you to not only love yourself but love your inner child, and like try to reparent your inner child, and just, you know, like there's children here. It's like there's a parent here, right? It's like give that love that you craved from, like, you know, your parents. Maybe they weren't emotionally available to you, and you just kind of grew up like trying to self-soothe it, or like people pleasing in order to not have them abandon you, right? That's what happens when you have an anxious attachment. You tend to be a people pleaser. You tend to like bargain with people, like what can I do for you to make you happy so that you don't leave me, or like minimize the risk of rejection or minimize the risk of abandonment, right? So that is a message for you. This is what I'm seeing that Spirit wants you to learn. It wants you to stop abandoning yourself, okay? Because sometimes, like, the universe brings us somebody that needs to teach us a lesson, right? And sometimes these lessons can be really painful, especially if you saw so much potential and you invested so much time and energy into this person. The universe will send you someone to kind of like wake you up from putting all your energy into other people and neglecting yourself. Like, ask yourself, how are you ghosting yourself? How are you ghosting your needs, right? Like, look within and kind of self-reflect and be like, where am I showing like inconsistencies in my life, and work on that, right? And then at the bottom of the deck we have Divine Source. It says, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all, right? So this is like, and there's like hummingbirds. Like hummingbirds are like kind of serene. It's like they flap their wings like 1,000,000 times a second or something like that, but they're also still, right? So it's kind of like the divine knows, like the universe knows that your deepest needs will be met, and you will like find that person that will meet all those needs, and they will kind of help you as well to like heal your inner child, right? They will be so good for you. Like the person that is meant for you isn't going to ghost you or like, you know, put you in a position where they could lose you potentially, right? So let's see what the tarot has. Spirit, show us what pile number 1 needs to know. Okay. Let's see what we have here. 4 of... Okay, so it's showing me here so far. Let's see. Let me just get a few more cards before. Okay, so it's showing me here that the Emperor, okay, which is the masculine, right? If this was a masculine that kind of ghosted you here, it's showing me here that the masculine was offered, like you offered this person your heart, you offered them your love, right? It's like, here you go. But here they are kind of sitting here. Maybe there was a third party energy here, because there's 3 cups here and 3 of pentacles. But either way, it looks like they may have been like bored, or they're just focusing. They weren't focusing on the cup that you had to offer them, even though this is the biggest cup, right? This could have been like your cup runneth over. Like, you are so loving, and you were just so enthusiastic about giving it to them. Like, you literally thought that this was your divine masculine here with the Emperor, but this person just sat there and kind of just let it go. Okay. Like, they didn't want to take this opportunity. I think they were kind of too, like, I think they really wanted to just keep looking at their options here. They were looking at their options, right? They were looking at their past, and they're also looking at options. And this is what happens when I'm sensing like this person could have been an avoidant. This is what happens. They kind of are waiting on the one, right? Which, like, you don't find the one technically. Like, what happens is that that person grows into being the one for you, right? Because nobody comes like all wrapped up in a bow and they're just perfect. They're like the perfect thing for you. Like, people grow into that role, right? Until this person was just looking at their options. They were kind of doing this whole thing because they were bored. Like, this is a bored energy, or like this is somebody who's, you know, going to miss an opportunity with you, okay? But it just shows me that they didn't really take this too seriously. Like, they came in to collaborate with you, or to just kind of like see you as an option kind of thing. And look at that, they're kind of like spying on you a little bit. Like, some of them could be also spying on you. And look at you, the Queen of Pentacles, the one who has that stability. Like, you have that, like, she's kind of like just looking at what she has around her, and she's like, am I not good enough? Like, you can see her, and like she's just like looking at her pentacle. Like, she has everything. She's so abundant. She's like so perfect. But who is perfect for her, right? It's the King of Pentacles, the husband of the deck, because she's the wife of the deck. Like, it's somebody who really didn't see her worth, because this was initially upside down, right? It's somebody who really didn't see your worth. And there you go. Like, somebody could have ghosted, or you could have just kind of like went away and like sequestered yourself to just kind of contemplate. Like, see how they're both kind of looking down, right? Looking and contemplating on like, or like doing a lot of self-reflection, okay, is how I'm seeing this. But I see that like victory, like you guys are headed towards something successful, right? Like, or you thought that you would have victory with this person, right? This person could have been, I'm getting Virgo, there's Leo, there's Cancer, there's fixed sign, which is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. We also have water signs, and a little bit of air in here. But this has, like, I'm seeing that this has like kept you up at night, just constantly replaying like conversations in your head with this person. But they just didn't want to take the reins. Like, I'm seeing like here, you finally kind of taking the reins of this situation and like kind of leading yourself, because the wheel is turning, okay? Like, you're not like, there's 3 2s here, there's 2 2 2, right? You're kind of like contemplating like this change, like, because this is all about like change. The Two of Pentacles is like constantly changing. It's like balancing this change, right? And like looking towards a new direction, but also feeling like, do I want to see what's beyond this? Am I gonna get hurt? Is this, like, this has been such a burden on me that I feel like I might be hurt. The Death was in reverse, so this could be like an open cycle, right? Something that didn't come to an end. The King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, right? You might need to transform. Like, this is what it's asking you. Like, this is what it came to, like, kind of teach you a lesson, that somebody will see your worth here with the King of Pentacles, okay? And it's not going to be somebody who's going to make you feel like insecure and sad and like grieving like this loss, because really you didn't lose anything. This person might have been playing some mat games with you here, okay? And they could have been like rude or whatever. Like, they They could have been like inconsistent with their communication with the King of Swords in reverse. But let's find out some more information for you. Spirit, what else does pile number 1 need to know? Show me this Emperor. Okay, 2 of Swords. Somebody who couldn't decide. Okay, hold on. They couldn't decide. They were too happy with their options. They're kind of like self-indulgent here. They're kind of like, I have too many options. Do I really have to choose one? You know what I mean? Like like this is like kind of like a self-importance energy. The moon. Something is hidden. Like here you guys are kind of beating yourself up about like what happened or what went wrong. But there's things that are hidden. Like this person could have had like addictions or something, you know. We have the 4 of Cups with the 4 of Cups. The Star, the Magician. It's like this person just missed an opportunity. Okay? Like what they kept hidden is the fact that they might have been like, you know, still thinking about the past, or still thinking about like an ex or something like that, right? Or comparing you to somebody else, right? The Star, this is healing yourself. Magician, manifesting, right? Let me see. The Wheel of Fortune. It's like, I think this was destined. This was written in the stars that this person, King of Wands, this was written in the stars. This was like kind of like meant to be for you to look at this as something that the universe kind of orchestrated as a lesson. Okay, because it could have been a King of Wands who was kind of like flighty. They're not the best like companions. And the King of Wands is like here for a good time, not a long time. So he's not like the husband or anything like that. Like he's not somebody that you would want as a husband, right? You don't want this happily ever after 10 of Pentacles with. I mean, some of you could have been like wanting it with that person. Like this is somebody who was very attractive to you. But it's someone who just kind of doesn't know what they have, right? They don't know what they have. They're constantly like looking elsewhere, but also at the same time they're looking back at you, right? This is somebody that could have made you insecure, right, about yourself. Like 3 of Cups here. It just made you feel like you weren't good enough. It was kind of like a burden. Like there could have been third party energies. But the cycle is coming to an end. Like this is you. You're coming out, emerging like beautiful, right? From this cycle. Like you learned your lessons and you're kind of putting an end to it. And then you're starting over. And this person is going to go through their own tower. Okay? So let's see if we can get some more messages for you guys. Spirit, show us what we need to know. It says eternal love. Like I think that's what you guys are trying to learn. Like the difference between, you know, like love, lust, and eternal love. Because eternal love is like everlasting, right? And this isn't going to happen with this person. We have I can't stop thinking of you. We have confusion. So this could be you, like you're not able to stop thinking about this person or what went wrong, right? Control with the Emperor. right? See any other messages? Protection. So with the sacrifice card, this is what Spirit is trying to protect you from, right? Like, it's kind of like doing it for your own good. Like how it said here, sometimes surrender is painful. Okay, God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. So it's kind of like they're allowing you to make space for something good to come in, right? Something that's going to last forever. Let's see if there's any messages from this person as to the reason why. Like, what do they have to say? Let's see. It says, I'm sorry I disappointed you. And then it says, our love story isn't over. It's interesting. We have, you were beautiful, I was lonely, it's not that serious. It says, I have a lot to think about, and so do you. Their love language could have been physical touch. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hello, pile number 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So to reiterate, we're asking Spirit if they ghosted you or they left suddenly, what messages like is that trying to teach you, or what does the universe want you to know about this person, or let's just see like in general what is going on, or even reasons why they ghosted you, right? So let's get into it. So here we have true offering. I'm going to read you the message at the bottom once we have all of them, all of the cards. Spirit, please give us the messages Pal needs to know. Pal 2 needs to know. Okay. Too many. We have divine flow, and we have limitless. Bottom of the deck we have loss. Okay, so let's see. So we have true offering. It says true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So I'm sensing that this was something so painful to let go of. Like it would, like maybe you guys had like a beautiful story, because I see like a dove here, right, that this child is like letting go of. But it's kind of like that story of like, you know, the teddy bear, and like you know, having like this tattered up teddy bear, and like God saying like, give me that teddy bear and I'll give you something even better, right? So it's kind of like that. It's like, are you capable of letting something go to have something even more beautiful? Like, if you set it free and it returns to you, that means it was real love, right? If it doesn't come back, it's not meant to be. Okay? So it says, true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So yeah, that's what that is. Let's see, divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to flow the Tao, the divine flow at all cost. It's really interesting. There's a lotus flower here, butterfly, dragonfly, and birds being free, right? So this could have been something that you had to let go of, because it wasn't meant to be in your path, okay? Or it just wasn't meant to be. Like, Spirit kind of took it away because it impedes your flow. Because at all costs, you need to flow. Like, the flow, like, you need to kind of continue on. Whether this person, like, ghosted you, or this was, like, a breakup or something like that, it's like, life must go on. Like the butterfly, like the caterpillar must turn into the chrysalis, must turn into the chrysalis and then to the butterfly, right? Limitless. It says, see yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. This is really interesting. It's like, you know, like, do you see that? They all have their arms open. And it's kind of like I see you kind of being like, okay, I don't need to kind of like grasp onto this person. Like, I just want to see what they'll do, right? And basically, if they want to leave, they can leave. Like, leave the door open for someone. Like, never, it's saying like things need to flow. Like, some people are only here for like a season, right? The seasons must keep changing. The earth must keep turning, right? So I think that's what it is. It's kind of like limitless, the limitless flow, like true, like the true offering of like sacrificing something that you love for something even better to come in, right? Because your hands will never be empty. Okay. And then we have loss at the bottom of the deck. It says, sometimes you learn true offering. We have true offering. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Okay, so instead of like, look at that, it went from like this black dove to like this white dove. It's like, we didn't know what this says, but it's like the dove is released, and like, you need to see it as like, you need to see it as like, okay, I release this person to their true calling, kind of thing, like to whatever will make them happy, like, you know, like kind of like wishing them the best and like forgiving them in your own heart and releasing them, and just like not even bringing your ego into this, like, because I think with ghosting in general, it really just like hurts our egos most of all, right? It's not about like, oh, this person was so great sometimes, you know, it's not about that. It's just about like, you could have just ended it like amicably or whatever it is, right? Let's see what the tarot has. 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Communication could be coming in from this person, and I'm seeing you block it. Something could be coming in, and I'm seeing you like defend yourself, or not even like answering, right? The Sun. Because you're protecting your happiness here. I think you've realized that life must go on, and you know what? I'm going to focus on me, myself, and my value, because I do have value here. And look at that. The Hermit and the Star. The Star is in here, and he's kind of like contemplating like his wish fulfillment and healing. This is like healing energy, right? And like learning your lessons from this. Okay, the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. Here he is. And they're both kind of like looking down, wondering if they were the problem here, right? But I'm seeing it not, that you're not the problem. Like, you have so much worth, and it's just like, just because somebody doesn't see your worth doesn't mean it's not there, right? The Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this person may have chosen a different direction, but you've also chosen a different direction, and you're kind of like okay with the changes that are happening, because this is constantly changing and kind of juggling the changes, right? And you're the Nine of Pentacles here. Like, you're focused on yourself, you're focused on your healing and your happiness and your money and your work, right? Like, this could also be somebody that juggled you with somebody else, okay? And they could have chosen the other person, right? And that's okay. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with us. It just means that maybe they resonated more with that person at that time, right? Let's see, hold on. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So this person is heartbroken about it. Okay, they're kind of regretful or remorseful. They want to come back, because you're the Empress. They now see your beauty, right? They see that you're so abundant, you're so nurturing. They want to come out of this silence, like they want to contact you. They want to come out of it and heal and have a victory with you. But things were unfair here, right? Justice in the reverse. Things were unfair and it caused you to carry this burden. But it's now their turn to carry this burden. Okay, because you're kind of like going with the flow. Like the Tao is about the flow of life. Like the lotus flower is kind of like, this was really tough, but the lotus flower needs to go through mud to come out and be that flower. Okay, it needs to go through all that darkness. And I feel like right now you're at that point where you're kind of like, okay, c'est la vie, like what's meant to be will be, right? I'm not gonna fight against it. I'm just gonna allow myself to accept what's meant for me, and what's not meant for me will end up regretting it. Okay, with the Three of Swords here, it's like they know they broke your heart, but now they're feeling it. They're feeling the heartbreak. Let's see. The Star. Like you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Virgo. Earth sign, we have fire sign. It's like heavy burdens that they're carrying here, right? The fact that they missed this opportunity, it's like really weighing heavy on them. And they literally want to come in and heal things with you. They want to pour their emotion onto you, and it's been a heavy burden on them, right? This person is kind of contemplating what happened in the past, like the fact that they missed this opportunity with you. It's like Three of Wands. They're waiting. They're going to be waiting. They're going to be waiting on you now, right? Like it's kind of like maybe they made the wrong decision choosing somebody else. Look at that wrong decision, X. But third party could have been, right? Like, or maybe this person even, like, they're just kind of indecisive. And somebody who's not sure about you, like, you don't need to be sure about them. Okay? Like, it's kind of like indecisive energy with the twos. It's like kind of making a decision. They don't know. They're kind of stuck. Like, two again. It's like two. Like, right? Twos are about, like, decisions. High Priestess. Intuition. It's like intuition. Their intuition is telling them that they lost on somebody who they felt like this was like a soulmate connection. They lost out on that. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. It's like they're kind of like, look at that, he's kind of like reminiscing on the past while he's waiting for his pentacles to grow. It's kind of like, should I contact this person again and let them know that I really want to work on this because they're looking good and I want to actually give them my love and like devotion and emotion here, and bring fairness to the situation because I feel a strong connection with them. Okay, but I'm afraid that they already went away to find their peace. Like, this is like still, like not still waters, but calmer waters, right? It's like this person gave me like nurturing and love and everything. They gave me their cup and I ended up stabbing them in the back, or like just, this is kind of like a situation for you where there's no coming back from it. Like the Ten of Swords is kind of like it's done, it's done, all right? This is the Nine of Cups. I think you're happy, like just being by yourself right now, right? Looking good, smelling good. You can manifest anything and anyone into your life, and your friends you're celebrating with your friends, like the ending of this situation, because you don't have, like, I'm getting here that you don't have a scarcity mindset. Okay, like if you miss a bus, there's another one right around the corner. Okay, the Chariot. Speaking of vehicles, right? The Chariot is kind of like they want to come towards you like ASAP, like so fast, and create some sort of balance. But honestly, like these people have scarcity mindset because they're accepting crumbs. right? And that's not what you want. Like, they might come back and want to breadcrumb you, but look at you. You're the Nine of Pentacles here. This is you. The Nine of Pentacles. You're like, no. Like, no thanks. I can give more to myself and than what you're offering. So they might want to balance out some sort of situation with you. But what I'm seeing is there's something that's hidden here, right? With the moon. And this is going to be really uncomfortable for them. But they want to like jump in and take a risk. But it's only going to lead to more drama with the Five of Wands. And confusion with the Seven of Cups. And it's literally just going to start a cycle over again. And I'm sensing that you don't need that. Okay? Let's see what other messages for pile number 2. We have boundaries and rejection. So put up some boundaries. Look at that, Seven of Swords. You're going, like, when this communication comes in, you're going to be putting up some boundaries. Okay, hold on. Too many cards. Like, Spirit is asking you to put up some boundaries. In divine timing, it's like, look at that. I deeply regret the choices I made at the bottom of the deck. And red flags, emotionally unavailable, love bomb. So this is what they could be coming in with. Let's see if there's any other messages that they want to say to you right now. I'm manifesting a reunion. And you were beautiful, I was lonely. It's not that serious. Hold on. Okay, let's see. We don't want the same things in life. And that's okay. We have, will you give me another chance? And lastly, we have, you left a big hole when you left. I'm not okay. Bottom of the deck, we have, I have a lot to think about, and so do you. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. So we are asking Spirit, if they ghosted you, what messages do you need to know? You could find some closure in this video or in this reading, but we'll see. We'll find out as we clarify. Okay, let's get into it. So you guys chose clearing, and just going to pick or to see what more cards want to come out before we get started. So clearing, we have trust, and one more card, please. One more card for pile number 3. What do they need to know? Okay, I'm going to take this one and okay. These are like honorary cards that wanted to be seen, but we have faith, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. And we also have receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Beautiful. Oh, and then we have guidance. Ooh, it's like every card is kind of like going into the next here. So let's see what messages these cards have for us. So we have, first of all, you guys chose clearing. And okay, so we have clearing. It says, as true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mind to God's. Such freedom. What a beautiful card. So this is telling me to kind of not have a scarcity mindset. Like, I'm not sure which Indian symbol this is, but or which Indian god or goddess this is, but we have a hummingbird. We have like offerings here. We have a lotus tree, like it, or a lotus flower. It comes out of the mud, right? So it endures like darkness and hardship, and then it becomes this beautiful flower at the end. Like this person is sitting in abundance, right? It's just such a beautiful card, and it's letting me know that let things go that are not meant to be in your life. This is clearing, like it's not meant to be in your life. So the universe is kind of clearing it away, and you have to trust that more is coming, okay, for your highest good. So next we have trust. It says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. So whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whatever it is deep down that's hurt you, like, or broke your heart, you need to release that like a butterfly, right? It's just like kind of like what, like, it's giving me the image of like, if you guys watch Lord of the Rings and like Gandalf whispering into the butterfly, and then it's coming back with eagles, right? So like what, like trust that, like he's trusting his fate into a moth or a butterfly, right? So it's like trusting that like what you need will come, okay? And right now, whatever it is, you need to make space for it, okay? And then we have signs. It says instincts are the message from the inner divine. Okay, so I'm sensing here that you guys felt something was off maybe with this person that ghosted you. Like you were given signs that maybe this wasn't the person for you. Something along those lines. It's interesting, but we're going to clarify it to find out what this is about for pile number 3. So yeah, look at that. She has a lotus flower here, and there's a lotus flower there. So, and also butterflies could be a symbol for you guys as well. Hummingbirds, like you guys could be seeing hummingbirds, and I think she's also sitting on a lotus flower as well. So that's pretty interesting. Bottom of the deck, when we had faith, look at that, the hummingbird receiving. He's like releasing a bird. It's like you have to release something to receive, right? You have to be open to trusting the universe that it'll bring you what you need. Okay, Spirit, show us the messages we need to know for pile number 3, please. Alright, so we have the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, Justice, and the King of Pentacles. Interesting. So, bottom of the deck we have the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the King of Wands. Like, I feel like right now you're kind of protecting yourself. There's a lot that kind of transpired between you and this person, right? You may have felt like this person was the person you were going to end up with or be married, because these two are the husband and the wife of the deck. They're married, right? And there's justice in between. So there could have been some sort of injustice that happened in between you guys. This could also be like some sort of like somebody who was just playing mind games. They weren't really offering you much here with the Page of Cups. But I'm seeing here that this person wants to come back in with some sort of fairness to balance the scales, because I feel like they came to some sort of realization. But I'm seeing here that you're trying to protect what you built so far. They want to have something stable and steady with you, but they're also a little bit still non-committal. But they want to kind of see, it's kind of like they came to a realization that walking away really wasn't the right call, that you're the one that gave them your heart here. And I think that they also want to come back in to like restore what was kind of broken, right? Let's see, because this came out in the inverse. So that tells me that they want to come out of not speaking to you, or they want to kind of message you, right? They want to come out of this resting phase. But in the past, it's showing me that this person kind of played small. They didn't really offer you that much. But I feel like you're kind of also daydreaming about this person coming back. Let's see, let's clarify. So we have the Two of Cups. So yes, this started off as something that was mutual. Okay. This was something that was mutual. The Queen of Wands and the Temperance. Okay, they were highly attracted to you. They loved your independence. Temperance. Something happened here. Something was really toxic here, that like the Five of Swords to the Devil. This is like a lot of manipulation and mind games. I'm sensing that this person really wasn't who you thought they were. I think that you thought that they were this kind of like King of Pentacles, but they have this like toxic energy to them. Okay. I'm sensing that you overcame that with the Temperance. Let's get more information. Like this person could have been like a user, is what I'm getting also. Five of Swords. So they kind of they probably came in with this energy of like using you in some way, like getting this one thing. We have the King of Swords and the Seven of Cups and the High Priestess. Like you knew in your intuition that you needed to cut this person off because they were confusing you. You didn't know what the truth was. And this was, I'm getting that this was their tactic. So you kind of waited to see if anything was going to, like anything real was going to transpire with this person. And it just ended. There it is, the Ten of Swords. This is kind of like no coming back. It's like dead. Like it's the end of something. And I'm seeing that you kind of went back and forth, kind of ruminating on this with this past energy. The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups here. Let me just move this over. With the Six of Cups energy. Like, I'm also getting that you may have like read past messages or something like that to see why this past energy, like I'm getting that this is somebody that you needed to get a lesson from, kind of thing. Like they came in to teach you something about letting something go, because I don't think this person is ready for what you have to offer. Like I'm seeing you here as like the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess. Like you know, and Temperance. Like you're patient, you're intuitive, like you're beautiful, like you have your stuff together. And this person, they may look like this on the outside, but really their energy is that of breadcrumbing. Right? They like to kind of, they feel they're the kind of person that has a little bit of an ego with the Six of Pentacles. They like to feel like they're maybe better than others because they may have like financially they may be well off or something like that, or they may have a great career, but this is their energy. I'm clarifying the King of Pentacles. Their true energy is somebody who's on and off, hot and cold, doesn't really know what they want, and they hid a lot from you. Okay, there was a lot of things that you didn't really know. The Hangman and the Tower. Right? This person was like really self-indulgent. They were kind of like the self-important energy here, right? The Hangman and the Tower, like I'm seeing it as like these people, the Hangman is like falling from the tower, and like because they're just unstable, and like it kind of like woke something up in him. Like when something is unstable and it shakes us up, it kind of gives us like a little bit of an awakening to see what's real versus what's not. And I think this person kind of gave you an illusion. Even with the Six of Cups here, this is like illusion energy. Okay, yeah, this person was really like self-indulgent. What they could have been hiding from you was maybe some sort of addiction, like drinking or something that just they kind of overindulge in. Okay, that's probably what they hid from you. And like I see you kind of moving away to what's making you happy here. Like you're kind of working on yourself and trying to get trying to get through your goals and have a happy ending and transform yourself so that you can attract people who are on a different frequency from you, right? So let's see what messages want to come out. What does this person want to say to pile number 3? Or how will they know that who this person is? Okay, too many cards. We have eternal love. That could be what's coming for you guys. 6 weeks and abandon. Like they could have left like 6 weeks ago. It says not compatible twin flame connection. Yeah, because these are divine counterparts, right? And we also have the Two of Cups. We had the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups. It could have been, you could feel like this is like a soul connection, but this person is just not ready. There's so much in between you guys. Like mind games. Like I'm getting that this is like the games that they are just used to playing on people to get what they want, to have people kind of maybe even like chase after them, or somebody who just kind of sits there and waits for people to come to them. So they use like these tactics. Okay, I can't stop thinking about you. And we have confession, 6 weeks again. So let's see if there's any other messages that want to come out. I mean, that's what happens with twin flame connections too. Like you can't stop thinking about the person. So it's just a lot of like mental energy. Like even with the High Priestess, like this is like she sees everything, but she like doesn't talk. So it's kind of like you kind of witness this kind of like mind games, mind playing, right? We have, you left a big hole when you left. I'm not okay. And no matter what happened between us, I'm grateful I met you. You taught me how to love. I'm sorry I messed everything up. I hope you will one day forgive me. Spirit, show us what messages want us to come out. We have, I miss our late night conversations. You guys could have had like a deep connection. And we also have, I'm scared of commitment. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands here. Anything else wants to come out? We have, she's not you, she's a band-aid to my broken heart. So there could have been a third-party energy, and it could have been this Queen of Wands that came in between you. Like with the Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, Temperance, the Devil, they were kind of tempted. It says, bare minimum relationship. You deserve so much more. Raise your standards. So, yeah, this person is literally not... If they were giving you bare minimum, like that's what I was sensing with the Page of Cups. They weren't really giving you much. And on top of that, they were playing mind games. So, yeah. Lastly, we have my work and goals are more important to me right now. So that's what they could be doing. Like that's what I sense with the King of Pentacles. They're somebody who is, you know, well off, and they put in like their energy into their work. It says, we will be together again when the time is right. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So we are asking Spirit, if they ghosted you, what do you need to know? And maybe some of you can get some clarity and some closure. Okay, because we don't need closure from the person that hurt us, okay? So let's see what other cards want to come out for you. You guys chose individuality. individuality. What messages want to come up for pile number 4? We have individuality, and then we have loss. Okay. And we have change. Bottom of the deck, we have allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. That's really beautiful. And love, what you don't see coming, you guys. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. Wow. Ooh, right now. Okay, we're gonna stop. We don't want to get too deep. Okay, so let's see. We have individuality. It says every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. And we have a bunch of beautiful birds. We have butterflies in the background. We have like beautiful nature. Okay, so what this is telling me is that even though you may not know why this person ghosted you, there was a reason behind everything. And whatever it was, they came into your life to kind of help you to learn a lesson of some sort. Okay, maybe the lesson is the lesson of loss. Okay, that nothing is constant. The only constant is change, and that's why you have change here. Okay, so next card we have loss. It says sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Okay, so that's what it is. Like I'm sensing, like this is kind of like what I'm getting is like the changing seasons, right? Because there's also change here. The changing in the seasons is kind of like this person came in for a season to teach you about this season of your life. It doesn't necessarily mean like the changing seasons like winter, summer, things like that. Although it could be, they could have came here for like a quarter of the year is what I'm getting. You guys could have known them for 3 months or even 4 months or maybe even more, right? But it's just like in this season of your life, you had to go through some sort of loss, and this is what they came in to kind of teach you. Okay, and that's the thing. This is kind of like what you came on this earth to learn. Like we're all here on this earth with our individualized study plans, right? Not every person will have the answers for you, or like you can't copy somebody else's life or how they did their life, right? Everything is brand new. You're going through life one time, right? So it's not like you've done it before and you need to come back and like redo it, right? Then we have change. It says when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Wow, this is such a beautiful card. So let's read that again. It says when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution, right? And I'm sensing that maybe there was like a clashing of egos that didn't match in this in your connection, because this person had their own ego, you had your own ego, and instead of putting that to the side, it just clashed. So it says you need to allow kind of love to have its own plan instead of putting in your own egos or putting in all these like rules or whatever. Like I know like on TikTok there's like so many rules that people are saying like you need to follow and stuff, and sometimes they just don't work out. So that's why everybody has an individualized plan, right? It's not gonna, like, their rules are not gonna, it's not cookie cutter life over here, right? It's not gonna work on everybody. So it says when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your evolution. Like I'm sensing here like all the, like you may be somebody who created like a bunch of rules for your dating life or for how you were going to approach things, but that's like kind of like the ego speaking here, okay? And like when we allow our ego to speak for us, that's just kind of saying or like basically trying to protect us from or mitigate any hurt that will come. It's kind of like trying to protect us from being hurt, but really we need to open up our heart. And if in the event that you get hurt, it's okay, you know how to deal with that because we've all been hurt, right? You can trust yourself to heal yourself. But at the same time, it's kind of like all these rules, like I'm seeing like here, you're saying like, oh, rule number 1, rule number 2, da 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 da. Like you have like all these kind of rules, and like here it's, I don't know, it's kind of, that's how it's like kind of coming out at me. But also like, it's just saying like life is unruly sometimes, like even with butterflies, like they're just free to fly anywhere they want, and you can't have these rules for somebody else's life, or how they should show up in your life, because that's not going to be authentic. Okay, so I'm seeing here that with this change card, it's a beautiful new change that's coming for you. I'm seeing here that you did like a lot of introspection within yourself, or this person did, that really allowed you to take a look at like the next season of your life that's coming up, and it's going to be beautiful. Like you're going from this like lost season to a brand new birth. It's going to be so colorful. Like this is kind of like dead, and like it's like devoid of life kind of thing. It's like, but it's like it's still a living thing. Like it's still like flowers are going to bloom on this tree, or like leaves are going to come out. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like going into the next phase in your life, because I don't know if you guys can see that. There's kind of like a ladder on this tree, right? So it's kind of like stepping into the next phase of your life by climbing that tree, like seeing things from a higher perspective as well, like a bird does. There's so many birds on here, like a bird, there's a dove, there's birds in the background, and there's like butterflies, so many things that want to take flight, right? There's a lotus flower. It's kind of like whatever hardship you endured here, you're going to come out and blossom and be free. Okay, there's also a sword. I'm not sure what these symbols mean in like Indian culture. Like if you guys know what these mean, just let us know in the comments below. But yeah, such beautiful cards, you guys. She's very peaceful sitting here, right? And I'm sensing here that like you're kind of maybe trying to harmonize with yourself here, like bring in some sort of symmetry into your life. Okay, let's clarify and find out, because this sword here is like kind of counteracted by some sort of like this is, what is that, like a, like, you know, Poseidon's what is that thing called? Poseidon's like a trident, yeah. So there's a trident on the other side, so that could mean something. And then she's like kind of balancing like something on her finger here. Anyways, it's really, really interesting imagery. So let's see what all this is about for pile number 4. Spirit, please show us the messages that pile number 4 needs to know. Okay. Okay. We have Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Magician, and a Page of Swords. So this is all about resting after some sort of opportunity. It's like resting from an opportunity that came in. I'm not sure what happened with this opportunity, but we're going to find out and clarify. But resting from this opportunity that came in, right? Because before the 4 of Swords, there came the 3 of Swords. So that's kind of like a lost energy. Okay, it's kind of like finding out that you might have to do things alone for some time and change up, because like the Magician is single energy, right? That he's a single energy. And we have Death, which symbolizes the loss that you went through, right? Or like the transformation, the change that is upcoming. But I'm sensing here that you're going to have to do this alone for some time with the Hermit and the High Priestess. Okay, this is something that you're really going to be proud of, because this is something that you're going to have to defend with the 7 of Swords. You're going to block out whoever wants to come back in. but I'm sensing that there's going to be like a little bit of fear into going into this next phase, but it's going to be like a major phase because we have 3 major arcanas here, right? So it's something that you need to like nourish your intuition and listen to your intuition more, is what I'm getting, right? Like seek higher knowledge, like seek that wisdom. And I think that's what it taught you. It taught you to kind of be more wise with where you put your energy. So let's see, with this Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity that was presented to you. Okay. That you kind of had to take a break from. Like you may have thought that this was kind of like a golden opportunity or something that maybe didn't turn out to be, because all of these energies are potentials, right? And you took a break from it because something hurt your heart. Maybe you weren't ready for this new opportunity, but something let you know that you needed to take a break from it. Maybe you guys are taking a break from dating in general right now, because of this loss. But I see you moving away to clearer waters. Like this is kind of all the turbulence that is happening in your mind, because swords are you know, mental energy. Everything that's happening in your mind, you're kind of going into clearer waters. Like the waters represent our emotions. It's kind of like you're trying to navigate your emotions and your thoughts at the same time. And I see you moving away from that, right, into this new opportunity of being like completely truthful with yourself and where you want to take the next phase of your life, the next like season of your life here, right? The Magician, it's like you have all the tools in front of you, right? He has the swords and the pentacles, the cups, and the wands, right? And here you're kind of starting as a beginner with a Page of Swords. Like you're kind of trying to get up above the like emotion, above the clutter of like the mental energy that you've put into something, and trying to like see beyond that and like learn. This could also be somebody spying on you, or and also like somebody trying to manifest you back into their life a little bit, because you have the Ace of Swords, which is somebody's trying to communicate and tell you the truth of something. And we'll see when we clarify even more. Spirit, show us what pile number 4 needs to know. Clarify, please. Okay, so let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. So a new opportunity that was presented with somebody who could have had this like breadcrumbing energy, somebody who was flighty. It was like, it was totally not the start that you wanted to have with somebody. This is just potential. It probably didn't even get off the ground with this person, really, because they were kind of just in the energy of like just giving you a little. There could have been a third party like giving you a little, giving somebody else a little, but really they don't have that much to offer to begin with. And this made them kind of like flighty, like in and out energy, like not non-committal, like here to have a good time, and not really plant anything for the long term. Okay, let's keep going. 4 of Swords, the Devil. Like, I'm sensing that this person like played a number on you mentally. They played mind games. Okay, they could have also been really in their like lower energies, like sexual energies, I'm getting. This person could have had like a lot of, I don't know, perversions with the Devil card and the 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. The Ten of Cups. I think that's what you hoped you wanted with this person. Or they gave you this kind of like illusion with the Ten of Cups, right? Because the Devil is beautiful, right? He will offer you whatever for them to like kind of get your soul. So I'm getting that you kind of took a rest from this. You took a break. You went like no contact, perhaps. And look at that, it's kind of like they blinded you to this energy. It's like, oh no, I don't want to see, like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I want to kind of be, like, even though you knew in your intuition, because the moon represents, like, illusions, darkness, like, she can't really see anything. Like, it's kind of like denial energy as well. Okay? Like, you could have maybe also had a family with this person, or I think that this was, like, kind of in your hopes that you would get to the Ten of Cups with this person. Okay? But the Chariot. But I don't think this was meant to be, because they didn't want to go where you wanted to go, I'm getting. Okay? They want to apologize, like offer you some sort of apology. Like they want to come back and kind of put energy into this, like put water into this, but I'm seeing that there could be something in the background that they're also watering. But the star represents healing and like wish fulfillment, like making a wish. But I see you moving into a new direction here. Okay? And because this thing is gonna end up in disappointment. Okay? Yeah, it's like kind of like seeing this person as somebody you could have built a future with. Like they were offering you that Ace of Pentacles, but it's only kind of like an illusion. Like it wasn't a real, it was like kind of like fool's gold. It's like, yeah, they kind of look good on the outside and they look like they have that potential energy of being the husband, but this person just wanted to kind of like sneak in and sneak out kind of thing. Okay, like this is a very like sneaky energy, like lying, cheating, stealing to get whatever they want. But karma and justice like sees this, right? It sees this energy. And even though you kind of went into this, like you're kind of like going into this like mental energy where you're just like, this is kind of like overloading me right now. I need a break, because you see yourself as this person and they didn't see your value. Like this is the wife of the deck, right? They didn't see your value, and here you are trying to like alchemize this energy to get a wish fulfillment, to have happiness, but you need to walk away energetically. Like you need to leave these emotions that you felt for somebody behind and walk away. Okay, you can't be looking at these empty cups anymore because they're empty, right? Even though it might be scary, you don't know what this is. Like the moon is in the background, is dark, but you need to keep walking, right? And you know, until you get to the top of the mountain where you gain that wisdom and enlightenment, okay, and that healing, and you'll finally listen to your intuition with the High Priestess, right? Everything is like kind of like giving me like moon energy here, right? Like there's a moon here, there's a moon there. Like you guys could have been dealing with a Pisces, I don't know, or maybe a Cancer even. But this is you, like you're abundant. Like they didn't see that. They didn't see what they could have with you. Like here you are trying to kind of overcome this double energy, because I do feel like they put a number on you mentally. Like you actually felt like this kind of substantial loss from this person is what I'm getting, because they kind of like messed with your mind like really good here. Okay. Let's see what messages want to come up. We have boundaries. We have illusion. Like this was an illusion. This is between, like this is between these two cards. And before that was like, you know, F-boy energy over here, right? So I'm seeing with the devil, like this is an illusion that they gave you. But you had to be strong to walk away from this mentally. Okay, a lot of mental energy here. Like, yeah. We have Capricorn and Aquarius. We have Aries. And it has soulmate. So this person could have came in to just kind of teach you a lesson for for this season of your life that you can do it alone because we have individuality. You can do things alone, and you need to walk alone right now, is what I'm getting. Any more messages for pile number 4, please? Pile number 4. We have release. You need to release this. We have sorry. So they are apologetic here. See, it says unexpected gift, and then it has power play, right? Control within the year. So yeah, this person could have tried to control the narrative of how you show up in this connection, or how they wanted you to show up in this connection, right? Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile number 4? We have, my work and goals are more important to me right now. We have liar, manipulator, gaslighter, disgenuine, triangulator, and user. Red flags all over. So then we have, I'm sorry I disappointed you. I'm not giving up on us. This person may want to come back with this energy here. Because that's the thing, when you don't have boundaries, right, you allow these people to come in. You allow them. Like, you're in control. You're always in control, okay? Like, this person may, I don't know, may have something that you really like about them, but you're in control. We have trauma bond. So a lot of people confuse soulmate or twin flame with a trauma bond. Okay, this is like heartbreak. This is emotional roller coaster. Being left on red. Hot and cold, narcissist. It says caution, user. That's what I sensed here with the user card, right? They are a user. Anything else? I'll pick her here. This is anxious. I'm getting that this made you really, really anxious, this connection. Okay. Could have triggered you. And it says, I'm scared of commitment. No contact. Yeah, so that's what I was getting with, you guys could be in no contact right now. So, which is good, okay? You do need to distance yourself from this toxic person. I'm not in the right space mentally to continue our relationship. So that could be what they're thinking and feeling right now. So that is what I have for you, pile number 4. If this resonated for you guys, please let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in, pile number 4. Bye.